I have a quick question for you. Who is responsible for making your life the best that it could be? Is it the government? Is it your friends? Is it the family that you were born into? Hi, this is Dr. Anita with another diamond moment. The diamonds of our lives are created through time, heat, and pressure. But it is all our responsibilities to take what we've experienced and create through the knowledge that we've gained the life that we want. If you took a moment to ask yourself the question, who really is responsible for my life? Is it the government? For some, the government has never provided for its people. For others, it had become a custom for the government to help. And yet, when things begin to change, are we focusing the problems that we're experiencing or the challenges that we're experiencing on the system that we had relied upon? Or are we able to take a look at ourselves? I know that if you're in the United States, there's been a lot of energy given towards what the current administration is doing. And while, yes, it does play a role in how our daily lives are lived, there's another aspect to all things. And that is that we never should forget that it is the spiritual side of things that is actually the reality of things. And when we move our lives out of the natural material world and begin to focus ourselves on the spiritual side of life, we're able to overcome everything. For those who came from a background that taught that we have the ability through our thoughts to create our lives, and that's a number of traditions. If we go back to that and remove ourselves from the general population and bring it down to the lowest common denominator, which is our own selves, it gives us the ability to look at how we think. Why do we think the way that we do? And what we can expect if we continue in the direction that we're going in our thoughts, since our thoughts create what we see, or if we switch over and begin to let what many people call their faith or their spiritual directors to move them in the way that they want to go. So I can hear you saying, well, why are you asking this question, Dr. Anita? What is it? What are you trying to get across to us today? And I would say that it is this. Bring yourself down to the lowest common denominator in your life, which is you. It's not your siblings. It's not your spouse. It is not your friends. It is not the society in which you live in. It is you. And when you make a decision for the way that you want to live your life and focus in on your life, things begin to change. I know that that is true because, as I've shared with you before, I've been on a very interesting journey. I've been traveling internationally. I'm dealing with differences in languages and cultures and having to move from one country to another country and going through borders and being at the mercy, for lack of a better term, of the immigration officers at the borders as to how much time I'm allotted. It comes down to a place where I have had to look directly at myself because our past experiences tend to focus a shadow, if they were not necessarily as positive as we would have liked them to be. It focuses a shadow on what could happen to us in the future. We get the what ifs. And when we do that, it lowers our expectations. So I'm going to put it in this term. If we are vibrational beings and what we experience in life has a vibrational foundation, when we become disenchanted or disappointed, we lower our expectation or we lower our vibration. And sometimes it's not that you're intending to do that, but you have become, or you're in a place that you are now expecting what you would rather not have, because that was what you received the last time you were in that place. We have a tendency as humans to not want to be disappointed. And so if we lower our expectation, we feel as though we won't be quite as disappointed if whatever that issue or thing that we wanted was, if we're not achieving it as quickly as possible. When we go into and look at what we actually believe, do you believe that you are even worthy to live the life that you want to live? Do you believe that it is outside of your ability to attain because you didn't have this, you didn't have that, you didn't get this, you didn't get that, and so you have begun to measure your life by what you think that you can receive, as opposed to what the limitless being that you are as a spiritual being, what you can accomplish once you determine what you want in your life. And I know it sounds kind of woo-woo and, oh, Dr. Anita, here you go. You know, that's okay for you, but that's not going to work for me, because you don't understand. Where I live, we have, and you fill in the blank. Who I'm married to believes, you fill in the blank. My family was, you fill in the blank. And when we begin to remove ourselves by going down to that lowest common denominator, which is a single person, me, then I'm able now to release myself from the society, from my family, from others' belief systems, and I'm able to accomplish what is designed for my own life, because I'm looking at my own plate. What do you really need to do in order to accomplish what you want in life? Sometimes it's allowing, and I'm going to use this term, it's a medical term, but I'm going to use it, inflammation. The inflammation that you have acquired in your thought life, it has become inflamed to the negative. I didn't get it last time. I tried and I failed. So it becomes an irritant. Scripture says that hope deferred makes the heart grow sick. I waited, I hoped, and it didn't come. And now I'm beginning to take on the characteristics that I don't necessarily want, because I have become fearful that I will not receive what I wanted. And we know that fear cancels out faith. So when we go back to the lowest common denominator, which is looking at ourselves, and we take a moment to stop and breathe and begin to lift ourselves up. It's not someone else's responsibility to lift you up to where you want to be in life. It is your responsibility. It is my responsibility. And sometimes we have to take a moment to allow the inflammation to go down, to allow that inflammation to settle so that we can step out on new footing. Now the injury has healed to a degree, and I can start out again. I'm not so sore. I'm not so inflamed, and look at that challenge head on and determine I'm going to be successful. If one person can make it through, so can I. They are no different than I am. We're all spiritual beings living in this existence. If one person can do it, so can I. If the door opened one time, it can open again. And I want to challenge you to begin to view your life on a single person basis, and that is you. When you stop looking around, what does the other guy have? What are they doing? How are becoming jealous? Jealousy is a way that you can look at what you have not achieved and feel as though in some way someone is better than you or they deserve more than you, as opposed to taking the reins of your life, getting still, getting quiet, allowing that disappointment, irritation, disappointment, inflammation to go down, to quiet itself, and then step out again, leaving fear behind, understanding that you have the ability to create the life that you want for yourself. And I know in my own life, I am moving forward understanding that the only way that I will not receive what I want to have in my life is if I give up, if I leave the path and go a different way, because I've determined that that path is no longer what I want for my life. But as long as I have a desire, I've checked myself, I've checked my heart, I have prayed in whatever context you use that word, to Source, Creator, the universe, that which is greater than you, and you have the ability through your own desires to get what you want in life. Once you've made up your mind on what that is, continue to move forward. Look deeply at yourself. Allow your body to show you where your hidden fears are located. Utilize the chakra system. Utilize your belief system. Remember that the words of your mouth create the lives that you may live. And speak life into your life. Begin to allow yourself to dream again. Relinquish the disappointment that caused you to feel as though you're not going to receive what you want, and know that again, Scripture says you reap in due season. If you fear not, you will reap. You will get what you want if you just keep on going. I hope that these thoughts have helped you in some way. Sometimes it's easier when you write it out and you get it out of yourself. If you haven't done so, get your Diamond Journey journal. Becoming is a process, and a process has stages, by me, Dr. Anita McLaughlin. And keep coming back. Keep listening, keep learning, explore. Allow you to be the biggest project of your life instead of looking at what the other guy has and what you don't. Begin to put the energy back into your life to receive what you want out of your life. And remember, becoming is a process, and a process has stages. Visit me at my website at DrAnitaMc.com. That's DrAnitaMc.com. Join me on FanBase and NoomVibe, and come back next week.